Hi guys, it's Chris from the Fulcrum Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make a really nice steak sandwich. So we've got the wagons going out and we've got fillet, we've got ribeye, we've got sirloin, we've got rump going out on there. And a lot of people will just do steak and chips. Nothing wrong with that, absolutely love a steak. However, just want to show you how you can tweak it, make something really quick and simple, a delicious steak sandwich with watercress, which is also on the wagons. So the ingredients for this recipe, we've got some delicious ribeye steak. So you can see there's a lovely bit of marbling in there with the fat. That's going to add a bit of flavour in there as well. We've got some lovely wholemeal baguette there with some seeds in, delicious watercress and rocket salad, and then your choice of either mustard or horseradish. And that's all you're going to need. Absolutely delicious. Okay guys, so you're going to need a griddle pan. Now if you haven't got a griddle pan, don't worry too much. A heavy base frying pan will work just as well. The griddles obviously give it a nice bit of a line, get a bit of a charred effect on it, but as I say, a heavy base frying pan will work just as well. Or ideally, if you've got your barbecue out, do the steak on the barbecue and you'll add a load of flavour in there as well. Now we're going to get this up to temperature. We want this up to, well, probably about as high as you can get it, yeah? Just be careful, put your extractor fans on as well. Now let's just talk about meat. There's loads of different ways that people do steaks and everyone's got their own opinion on how to do it best, but this is my personal opinion, yeah? So, take out your steak, get it up to sort of room temperature, about 10-15 minutes prior to cooking. Now I like to actually season my steak first. Some people say don't put salt on, it draws moisture, blah blah blah. This is my version and this is the way I like to do it, yeah? A bit of freshly ground pepper, some salt on there, a drizzle of olive oil. Don't oil your pan, oil the meat. Right guys, so I want you to be safe in the kitchen, so you're just going to hover your hand above the pan and you should be able to feel the heat. If the heat's coming up like that, you know it's at a good temperature, yeah? You can almost see a sort of bluey wisp of smoke coming off there as well. So that's perfect, ready for getting your steak in. Right guys, so you've got your pan on, it's nice and hot now. We're just going to take the steak and using some tongs and we're literally going to pop in our steak and listen to that. You want a nice sizzle going, okay? And just leave it, yeah? Don't be mucking about with it, don't be prodding it, anything like that. Just leave your steak to cook. So we've been cooking the steak for a minute or so now, and by putting it to the hot pan and leaving it on the hot heat, it's searing the underneath, it's getting a bit of a crust on it, nice bit of caramelization, okay? Now again, this is a personal preference. I personally like my steak rare, so I don't cook it for too long. However, in this instance, I'm going to cook it all the way through, so almost well done. So basically, cook it to your own liking. But if we have a look under the steak now, we've not touched or anything, but you can see it's starting to get some nice colour. The fat's rendering down. So at this stage now, we can just take it off and turn it over. And again, just leave it. So the next thing we're going to do, guys, is once it's cooked, and I'm happy that it's well done, the key stage next is to let it rest. So you're going to put it on a warm plate or on a tray and cover it with a bit of foil and just let it rest. It'll have a chance then for all the juices to soak back in, get a nice moist steak. When your steak's ready, just take it off. Look at that. And pop it onto a silver tray or a bit of foil over as well, and just allow that to rest. So it's on it, it'll keep nice and warm there as well. While your steak's resting, guys, you're just going to take your bread, slice it down. That's a lovely nice baguette, okay? And then we're just going to take some butter and just butter the bread. You can toast this as well if you wanted to, so you could have a toasted baguette, add a bit more crunch to it. Your steak's resting, that's keeping nice and warm. And then take another knife, and if you wanted to add a bit of horseradish on there, you can, or your mustard at this stage as well. Add all that on. The other side as well, let's not skimp. Delicious. And then just take a handful of your rocket and your watercress. Just lay that out there. Smashing. You're then ready to put your steak on. So it's been resting under here and it's nice and tender now. It's had a chance just to relax for all the juices to get back in there. So I'm just going to take it off now and pop it onto the chopping board. Now, you want to cut across the grain, so you can see that the grain of the meat is running down this way. You want to slice across the grain, and that's just going to give you nice tender meat. So we're just going to run our knife across like so. Oh, it smells amazing. There we go, lovely. So as I say, I've been doing this one a little bit over. You're going to take your sandwich like so, and then just place bits of the meat over, like that. And there you go, guys. That's basically your sandwich done. So we'll just pop that on a plate. Look at that. And that's ready to be served. So a little something different. And that, guys, is a very quick and simple ribeye steak sandwich with watercress and horseradish. Absolutely delicious. Get stuck in, guys. Let us know what your recipes are. Post on here, comment if you like what you've seen. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe and keep cooking.